Hey everyone, it's Weiner Wednesday. Welcome to Kickin' with Kipes. I'm Kipes, and we got 5 games on the schedule tonight, so let's get into it. For Weiner Wednesday, this week I'm staying in the state of New York, and it'll be Chris Drury and the New York Rangers. They're the wieners this week. They are absolutely a debacle right now. They just cannot get it straight with their team right now. They just traded Capo Caco, their high draft pick, a couple of years ago, and I just don't understand what this team's trying to do. They're trading valuable assets for peanuts, technically, according to me. Chris Drury, he's trading his captain, he's trading a high draft pick, and he's saying that the whole team's pretty much up for sale. I think that Igor Shesterkin might be the only untouchable on this team now because he just signed that huge 8-year contract, I think it was. And yeah, I just don't get it. The state of New York, I picked on the Buffalo Sabres last week and Kevin Adams. I'm picking on another New York team with the Rangers this week. You guys are such wieners, and I do not understand what you're doing for that team. If you miss the playoffs, I think the head coach should be gone. I think the GM should be gone, and I would not be surprised if that's done before the end of this season. Chris Drury and the Rangers, you guys are the wiener of the week. Improve, or there will be a repeat one day. Now that we got all our wieners in a row and we have it all figured out with Chris Drury and the New York Rangers, we're going to move on to the games where we have the Detroit Red Wings facing off against the Philadelphia Flyers in Detroit. Patrick Kane was the hero for the Detroit Red Wings tonight. He scored the go-ahead goal in the third period. He also had an assist in this game, helping the Detroit Red Wings win at home 6-4 against the Flyers. Lucas Raymond, he ended up putting in the empty netter, just like he did against the Leafs on Saturday night. That seems like to be his bread and butter. Put him on the penalty kill or the man advantage kill, and then he'll be the one just to tuck it in and put that nail in the coffin, like I always say. Lucas Raymond and JT Compher, they each had a goal and assist for the Red Wings. The Red Wings, they improve to 13, 14, and 4, and they've won 3 of their last 4 games. They're on a bit of a good streak right now, but can they hold it? I was calling for Derek Lalonde's job the other night, and he's starting to save it a little bit, but I am gonna wait for a little bit just to take that back. Dylan Larkin, he also had 2 assists tonight. Alex Lyon, he made 15 saves as well in the winning effort. This is a good comeback game and win for Alex Lyon tonight because he was out for the past 9 games with a lower body injury. So great way to come back with a win. This win for the Red Wings, it did come at a cost as they lost defenseman Simon Edvinsson to an upper body injury. Hopefully it's not a big deal because he is an important part to this Red Wings lineup. For the Philadelphia Flyers, this loss came with a bit of a controversy with a referee putting up his arm for a penalty and then taking it back, putting his arm down. It didn't really make much sense. That referee on Wednesday night, he almost became wiener of the week because of how stupid of a play that was by him. I forget exactly which players it was, but a Red Wings player took down a Philadelphia Flyers player. The ref put his arm up for the penalty and then all of a sudden just put his arm down. It didn't make any sense. John Tortorella absolutely lost his mind on the Philadelphia Flyers bench, giving it to the ref, saying, "You put your arm up," and he had absolutely every right to give it to them because it was an absolute dumb call. Sean Couturier, he had 2 assists for the Flyers. Samuel Ersson, he made 18 saves in the losing effort. They're on a bit of a skid right now. They've lost 5 of 7, so they better pick it up if they had any aspirations of making the playoffs. They're in the hunt, but losing 5 of 7, that's just not going to do it. Last night with the Washington Capitals, we mentioned Andrew Mangiapane having a highlight reel goal that should be in the finalists for goal of the season. Well, Owen Tippett, he saw that and wanted to put his name into the ring because he had an absolutely amazing highlight reel goal where he took it around Jeff Petrie, made a beautiful move, kept his feet moving, and then just tucked it in to the left side of Alex Lyon. The goal scorers for the Philadelphia Flyers was Travis Konechny, Noah Cates, Ryan Poehling, and Owen Tippett, like I just said, with that amazing highlight reel goal. These are players that you don't expect to be scoring on the Philadelphia Flyers, but this is depth scoring that they need. All right, we have the Detroit Red Wings beating the Philadelphia Flyers 6-4 at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit tonight. Next, we have the Maple Leafs playing the Dallas Stars in Texas tonight, where the Leafs win 5-3. Standout players for the Maple Leafs tonight, Willie Nylander, he scores twice. Nicholas Robertson, he's started to pick it up ever since he's got scratched for like 2 weeks almost. He had a goal and assist in this game. Speaking of Nick Robertson, it was the Robertson Bowl tonight. Nick Robertson on the Leafs, Jason Robertson on the Dallas Stars. Nick Robertson, he has his brother's number as he is 5-0 now against his superstar brother. I think we're starting to get the picture of who really is the better brother in this situation. Not just Nick Robertson dominating his brother and the Stars, the Maple Leafs, they've also been dominating the Stars. 7th straight win against the Dallas Stars. This is just a team that just cannot beat the Leafs. Not many other teams can say that because it seems like every other team has no problem beating the Leafs sometimes. But it is a good stat for the Leafs that they can take control of a team like the Dallas Stars and Jake Ottinger and just totally control them. The third line for the Maple Leafs of Bobby McMann, Max Domi, not Ty Domi. That would have been interesting if Ty Domi was on the ice. But Bobby McMann, Max Domi, and Nick Robertson, they all get a goal tonight. Absolutely amazing depth effort for the Maple Leafs, which they've desperately needed since it was only been their main players that have been scoring lately. Nylander's goal, the 20th of his season. He is now the leader of the Leafs in goals, the first to reach 20. One little interesting note to add to this, Ryan Reeves, the depth forward, the big dude on the bottom line for the Leafs. He skated in his 900th career game tonight. Absolutely amazing accomplishment for Ryan Reeves. I don't know if he'll reach 1,000. That it's not a plateau, but you get the whole ceremony, 4,000 games. But 900 games is absolutely amazing. What an absolute journeyman of this league. I don't think he'll get to 1,000 games. That means he'll have to play every single game next season and then more. And I just don't think he's got it in him. And I don't think any team would. If he ever leaves the Leafs, I don't think he'll ever play that many more games in his career as he is getting a little bit older. But I'm rooting for it because I always love a good storyline. But I just don't think it'll happen. Joseph Woll, he made 38 saves for Toronto. He was busy. He made a couple massive saves. The one in particular where a Dallas Stars player came on the breakaway. He made a beautiful save, and then the Leafs just turned it the other way, and Nylander scored. He made some big saves in this game. The Leafs, they improved to 20, 10, and 2. They reached that, just like William Nylander reaching that 20 goal point. The Leafs end up getting to the 20 win mark. They've won 2 straight and 4 of their last 5. Bit of a nice run that they've been on. For the Dallas Stars, nothing too crazy. Sam Steele, he scored his 4th to open the scoring in this game. Evgeny Dadonov, he also had a goal and assist, and the Dallas Stars diminished to 19, 12, and 0. Jake Ottinger, he made 8 saves through 12 shots through 2 periods, but then got replaced in the 3rd period by Casey DeSmith, who made 6 saves in the 3rd period for the Dallas Stars. So, big win for the Leafs. They win 5-3 in Dallas, showing that they can beat an extremely good team and an amazing goalie in Jake Ottinger. All right, we go to Minnesota, where the Florida Panthers are playing the Minnesota. The Panthers, the Cats, they end up getting the win 6-1. Matthew Tkachuk, he got 2 goals in tonight's game. Aaron Ekblad, he also added a goal and an assist in the effort. Mackie Samoskevich, I'm actually really impressed I said that perfectly first try, but he had a goal and an assist as well for Florida, who improve to 20, 11, and 2. They've won 2 straight after defeating the Edmonton Oilers on Monday. This is 2 huge wins for the Florida Panthers. They beat Edmonton the other night. They beat Minnesota tonight. And yeah, just 2 big teams, and they just took them down. Sergei Bobrovsky, he stood tall in net tonight. He making 26 saves. The goal scorers for the Florida Panthers tonight was Aaron Ekblad, Samoskevich, Matthew Tkachuk, Mikko Mikkola, and Eetu Luostarinen. These are tough names to say. Holy smokes. They all scored for the Kitty Cats. This win also, it tied them with the Leafs for the top spot in the Atlantic Division, but the Leafs, they get the first place due to 1 less game played. Not much to talk about for the Minnesota Wild tonight. Their 1 goal scored by Marco Rossi. The Wild, they dropped to 28-4, still in an amazing season that they're having, just a couple slip-ups. This is the first time all season that they've lost 2 straight in regulation, so yeah, there's not many notes, but you pick up your bootstraps, you move on to the next one, and hopefully you get back on track. Marc-Andre Fleury, he also made 28 saves in this effort. So the Florida Panthers lay an absolute beatdown on the Minnesota Wild tonight, winning 6-1 in Minnesota. Moving on, we have the Utah Hockey Club, the Utahns. I'm kind of stealing it from Elliot Freeman, but I just love the saying. But the Utah Hockey Club, they beat the Vancouver Canucks in overtime extremely late. I think it was like 11 seconds left in Utah on Wednesday night. Mikhail Sergachev, he was the overtime hero for the Utahns. He took a pass from Logan Cooley on the 2-on-1 and just snuck it through the 5-hole of Thatcher Demko. A bit lucky, you could say. And you could say that Utah was lucky just to get into overtime because of Genther's goal. But like I've been saying in all my videos, a goal's a goal no matter how you get it. And Utah got them, and they beat the Vancouver Canucks. Clayton Keller, he also had a good game tonight. He had a goal and an assist. Karel Vejmelka, he made 25 saves in the winning effort. Great game from him. Utah, they improved to 15, 11, and 5. They've won their third straight in a row. Great little run that they're on. They needed this run. And they ended a 5-game home losing streak. And I quickly watched the highlights for this game, and that fan base is so loud and so into the game. I think it's because that they're in a basketball arena, that they're kind of on top of the ice, kind of like they're looking right down onto the ice. But man, that crowd sounded so loud. You saw the Utah owner, Ryan Smith, I think his name is, he was handing out free tickets off of Twitter today. Man, I would love to go down to go see a game. Seems like an electric place to watch a hockey game. For the Vancouver Canucks, Quinn Hughes, he had 2 assists for them. The Canucks, they dropped to 16, 9, and 6. They've lost for the 4th time in the past 6 games. They're on a bit of a skid. I've seen some rumors online saying that they might look into a trade here and there. Elias Pettersson's name has come up, and I don't know how true that is, but if it is, I kind of wonder if the Buffalo Sabres might look at him, just because that would just shake both fan bases to the core, maybe revive their seasons. Even though Vancouver doesn't need reviving, it just needs a little bit of a kick in the butt. I know the Buffalo Sabres owner talked to the team on Monday in Montreal saying they're not going to make any big changes coaching wise, management wise, player wise, but I think if a player like Pettersson could come up, you would jump all over that, but it's a hefty price that you would have to pay for that player too. I don't know where else Pettersson could possibly go. I don't know if he's even on the trade block, but hypotheticals are always fun. Moving back to the game, the Vancouver Canucks, they were actually winning 2-0 in this game off of Danton Heinen and Dakota Joshua's goals, but completely let the game slip away from them. Then came Clayton Keller, captain Clayton Keller. He scored off a rebound from Nick Schmaltz in the third period to pull it to 2-1. Dylan Guenther on the power play late in the third period. He took the one-timer shot. It was a flub of a shot. He whiffed on that puck, but it started floating in the air, went off of Teddy Bluger into the back of the net past Demko. 2-2 game going into overtime. And then, like I said earlier, Mikhail Sergachev on a 2-on-1 with Logan Cooley tucks it between the 5-hole of Thatcher Demko for the win. So the Vancouver Canucks, they lose to the hometown team, the Utah Hockey Club, 3-2 in overtime. Last game of the night, we have the Winnipeg Jets in Anaheim taking on the Ducks, where the Ducks, they scored super late in the third period to take the win. For the Ducks, it was Frank Vatrano. He had 2 goals and an assist in this game. Radko Gudas, the big tough guy, he had 2 assists. You don't expect that from him. Lucas Dostal, he also had an amazing night for the Ducks, making 21 saves, a couple huge saves against this really, really good Winnipeg Jets team. The Ducks, they improve to 12, 14, and 4, who rallied from a 2-1 deficit with about 5 minutes left. The Jets goal scorers, it was Gabriel Velarde and Mark Scheifele. They were both very good goals. Kyle Connor, he added 2 assists, continuing his really hot streak to his season. Eric Comrie, he was in net for the Jets because they played last night where Connor Hellebuck got the start. So the backup had to come in, and I don't know if you could say he let him down, but didn't get the win nonetheless. The Jets, they drop to 23, 10, and 1, still having an amazing season. They were coming off of a 4-3 win last night in San Jose. Although the Winnipeg Jets were really close to winning this game, or at least putting it into overtime to get a point, they didn't record their first shot until halfway through the first period. That is not a great start to the game for them. They started a little bit slow, but they still got close to getting that point. It was Troy Terry with 26 seconds left in the game. He got the puck off an absolutely horrible giveaway by the Jets. He just took the puck, outweighted Comrie. Comrie was flailing like a fish out of water, I guess you could say. But he was extremely patient and just put it into the back of the net. Ducks win. So it's a little short, it's a little sweet, but that's how we like it in these videos. At the very end of these videos, the Ducks, they win 3-2 against the Jets in Anaheim. All right, there you go. Weiner Wednesday's done. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means the world to me. Follow me on YouTube, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. I'm on most of the socials, I guess you could call it. But we'll see you tomorrow. We got a lot of games to cover. 1 week till Christmas. Hope you got all your shopping done.